that Robo-dog was a part of our investment, and it will be developed further in contribution and collaboration with the centers of excellences.
Again, you use the word develop. What do you mean by develop? Define that now.
Okay, the students will study the basic engineering, the software, the technology. Let me also clear that I'm not an artificial intelligence professor. I also say that I could have been more eloquent, I could have been more articulate. It, because of the euphoria and buzz, somewhere was little hither-thither, but it could have been also interpreted in a better way because we never changed the branding.
Where is the Robo-dog now?
The Robo-dog is exactly at the same place where it is supposed to be.
Back in China?
No, it is not supposed to be back in China. It was procured to be in the labs for the students to do all the anatomy, all the research and development. It is there.
I'm outside Galgotias stall here at India AI Impact Summit, and as you can see, lights out. That's what they've been told by the authorities. As you can see in the background, students and professors are busy packing up. Whatever was on display here has of course been packed up by them, and they're all leaving because the authorities, after what happened yesterday, which was of course the claim made by the university that the Robo-dog, which was on display here, was built by the students of the university, developed rather by the students of the university at the University Center for Excellence. But as it turns out, of course, that wasn't true. That information was patently false. That claim was entirely false, and as a consequence of that, there was a lot of hullabaloo on social media, on platforms like X, and within hours after the controversy first came to light, the university has finally been asked by the authorities to vacate the stall here at the India AI Impact Summit. We're at the Galgotias University stall at the AI Summit, of course, and one little soundbite from the professor here, I have her with me in person, triggered a storm on social media and everywhere else, wherein it was claimed that a Robo-dog which was at display here was developed by the students of the university, something which wasn't true. That came to light later. I have the professor with me here. Let's hear from her. Neha, you've been, I'm sure, under a lot of pressure since last night, since your little bite, 3-second bite, went viral, and of course, that triggered a controversy because something which was not true was claimed to be true.
Claimed to be true.
But you can't blame anybody else for it because those were your words.
Yeah, so thank you so much for understanding. Not exactly pressure, but yes, a little bit of regret because this was not intended to. Right, so we would have been able to explain it more explicitly, we could have been more eloquent, which of course because of a lot of euphoria around, as you can understand, a lot of euphoria, buzz, some things go derailed, which was never the intention. The branding has not been changed. We also said that university is investing huge amount of money in artificial intelligence. That Robo-dog was a part of our investment, and it will be developed further in contribution and collaboration with the centers of excellences.
Again, you use the word develop. What do you mean by develop? Define that now.
Okay, the students will study the basic engineering, the software, the technology. Let me also clear that I'm not an artificial intelligence professor, but still what I understand and what the students do is that we expose them to all the cutting edge technologies. They are in the close vicinity. They study, they experiment, they innovate, they develop something out of it, which is a from the scratch contribution towards Viksit Bharat. They design everything on their own. They study, they take inputs. That is what we are supposed to do. We have to just bridge the gap between the technologies of the world to our students so that they can think. See, India is a think tank, so they can think.
Are you saying what you said and how it was interpreted, there was some issue there, some mistake there?
Some things, yes. I also say that I could have been more eloquent, I could have been more articulate. It, because of the euphoria and buzz, somewhere was little hither-thither, but it could have been also interpreted in a better way because we never changed the branding.
What would you say to the argument, which is a question which is being raised online a lot, and that is, when this was exposed, first you claim that this is ours, this has been developed by the university students. Sorry, let me complete the question. Once that comes to light, that no, that wasn't the case, it was patently false, the information that you shared, only then, there was some backtracking that was being done, and that is what we're seeing right now from you.
See, first of all, there was nothing clandestinely done which was like blowing the cover and it got exposed and all stuff. It was nothing clandestinely done. One. Second,
Problem is it was done in broad daylight.
It was done in broad daylight because you're supposed to express and showcase everything which you're very proud of. And that's what we were doing. We were showing something as a part of our experiment. One. Second, what you say that only after the backlash you came up, of course, because we never expected this to come across this way. So when we were aware of the fact that it has taken the internet by storm for all the wrong reasons, we as very responsible academic institutions came
Let me tell you, if this was not noted by people, not noticed by people, then the headline would have been that this Robo-dog was developed by students of Galgotias University.
We would have still clarified. We cannot own something which is not curated by us, by our students. That is not our legacy and value system as an academic institution. We would still have clarified.
So you're maintaining you're 6, somebody else is 9. That's what happened.
That's what happened. That's exactly what happened, and I would still like to clarify that it is a part of our AI investment. This is for the students to study and develop something further with better features and contribute to Viksit Bharat.
Okay, where is the Robo-dog now?
The Robo-dog is exactly at the same place where it is supposed to be.
Back in China?
No, it is not supposed to be back in China. It was procured to be in the labs for the students to do all the anatomy, all the research and development. It is there, and I also want that shifting your attention from the Robo-dog, please focus on what the students have done. Please take a visit of the pavilion, see the applications they have developed. They have worked really hard. They have slogged themselves. They have come up with businesses, with their young entrepreneurs. Please see their work.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.